One thing I asked you about earlier too was we often hear about beneficial insects and how they could be a predator insect to some of these prey insects or prey to predator. Is there anything out here right now that would help deal with either of those two bugs, the pea leaf weevil or the flea beetle?
Okay, I'll start with flea beetles. And there are numerous publications documenting predators that will feed on flea beetles, and there's actually been a parasitoid release done in Manitoba decades ago. Okay. Problem is, we're not seeing a huge benefit. Okay. With some insects, like when we have aphids, and they're getting towards the threshold, we often encourage people, let's see if the beneficial insects can get them in check before you do your spray. And sometimes they do. Right. They will knock the population back significantly. Some of our caterpillars, same thing. Flea beetles is a bit different. They're a hard food item for a generalist predator because they're small, they're quick. So something like a ground beetle or maybe a damsel bug, we know damsel bugs will feed on flea beetles, lacewing larvae will, some ground beetles will. Problem is, it's probably a really, really small portion of their diet. It's probably more opportunistically they managed to catch one and feed on it, so it got documented as damsel bugs feed on flea beetles. The reality is it's probably a very small portion of their diet.
Just not much to
so we're not getting a lot of predation likely. And even the parasitoids, it's not a high portion of the population that they're taking out. So we just don't have the natural enemies present. That they can help somewhat, but we don't use the same messaging for flea beetles that we do for some other insects regarding, let's see if the beneficials can do the job for you. Right. Nice to protect the beneficials when we can, because some of the generalist ones will help protect from other potential pest problems. But it'd be misleading to suggest that if you did nothing, the beneficials may take care of the problem, because the odds aren't as great for flea beetles of that happening.
So looking ahead to the 2025 growing season, we're just in the beginning stages now, of course, is there anything you see on your insect radar that growers in Manitoba should be on the lookout for?
Well, one that we're keeping an eye on right now is diamondback moth. Okay. We have a network of pheromone-baited traps set up, roughly 80 traps set up across the province. So far we've had, until the last week or so, we've had some fairly low numbers. However, last week we started to get some more moderate counts in around the Altona area, Altona, Horndean area in the central region, but up in the northwest, up in the Swan River Valley, we've now got some moderate counts as well. And I'll call them moderate counts, but they happened really suddenly, which tells me that we probably had a population get blown in and dumped in the northwest. The counts to the south, in the southwest, are still all quite low. Okay. Yet the northwest, we've got 5 or 6 traps that have had some counts, not crazy high, but that 50 to about 180 range, which again, is no need to panic, but it means we probably did have a population that got blown in and dumped. Now we have to see what's it going to amount to, which means scouting for larvae on the plants. People are just starting to find the caterpillars on the plants, the little green caterpillars. So far, no economic populations reported, but just something we're going to keep an eye on. And again, particularly in the northwest, where we have some more moderate trap counts, it'd be nice to watch out for that.
Great, okay. Well, thanks very much for your time, John.
You're welcome.
Take care.
Nice seeing you.